Hello, my real estate friends. Hope you're having the best day today. Melissa English here. Are you ready to get some planning done? Maybe you're not a planner. Maybe you're just like, you don't know what you're doing every day. And when you look at the clock, it's 10 o'clock and then it's 2, and you're like, what did I do today? We're going to come up with a plan. So even if you're not a planner, or if you're a really OCD planner like me and have time to, and you plan time to plan, it doesn't really matter which side of the road that you're on. Because today we are going to focus everything down for the month of September. I mean, we are talking about social media strategies. We're going to talk about $5 pop buy ideas. We are going to go through all of the September hashtag holidays, what our goals are for the month, including our monthly focus statement, and so much more. We are going to cover it right here during our little power hour session. I promise this probably will not take an hour, but I will get through it as fast as I can. However, these pieces are very important, so we are going to do that. Now, as we move along, I'm going to be going through this workbook right here. So I'm going to share my screen with you in just a minute so that you can see what I see over here. This workbook is really cool, right? So it's got tons that we're going to go through, plenty of spaces to like write what your prospecting lead strategy goals are, what your one thing focus is for the month, the numbers, what your drive is, all this stuff. You can get your copy of this. So all you're going to do is just go into the link in the description to grab your free copy. There's no charge for that. If you are a fall 2024 season pass member, then you already got your copy. So I appreciate you being here, and we're just going to rock and roll with it. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me get my screen pulled up. Give me just a sec. Let's go over here. Make sure my volume and all that stuff is on. So if you're excited to get rolling on your planning strategy for the month of September, then go ahead and give the video a like. I'd appreciate it. All right, cool. So here we go. Where is my presentation? Oh no, that's okay. Let's try this. We want full screen mode. There we go. All right, cool. So we are August 20th right now. So we are going to go ahead and get planning. You might be planning with me now, depending upon when you're watching this. But at the end of the day, we got to have a plan. All right, so let's get going on it. Again, my name is Melissa English. I am so excited you are here. If you are not already subscribed, please do. I am sharing all my tips and strategies with you on how I built my real estate business with not a lot of bucks. It's just me, solo captain of my ship. I'm not on a fancy team. I don't have fancy assistants, none of that jazz. Okay. But I was able to build my business. And so I share those strategies with you and how I was able to do that with not a whole bunch of money. So if you're into that kind of thing, definitely subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. So let's look at what we're covering today. First thing we're going to do, depending on when you're watching this, if it still is August, then you can kind of we can look at your August review and kind of where you are this month. But primarily, we're trying to look at last month, right? And kind of do a recap of that. We're going to go over our focus for September every month. I always suggest that we have a focus for the month so that we know prospecting wise what our target is, right? And kind of narrowing things down, because in our digital world that we live in, online and all this stuff, it's just so much information in the brain. It's just so much to process. We got to focus it down. All right, so let's just focus on one thing a month and keep it simple so that our prospecting works for us, right? So all this stuff that we do online and posting and everything we do, it is all with a strategy, and there's something behind it. We're going to go over September goals, our numbers, what we want to do for prospecting. We're going to go over everything that's happening in September. And we got a couple things happening. So we're going to check that out. We're going to look at pop buy ideas, some of them $5, and have a whole pop buy strategy session with that, as well as, of course, social media and a marketing plan where we can kind of put it all together on paper and sort of create that plan. Again, you may not be a planner, right? And so if you are not a planner, you need to become one, because here's the deal. As a real estate agent, you're in sales. You're a salesperson. Okay. You're also a business owner. And so there's nobody going to be knocking at your door, per se, to say go to work, right? It's up to you to get up there and do that. And so to be able to do that, you've got to have a system. You got to have a plan. You got to know what you're doing every single day. So 3 o'clock doesn't roll around. And you're like, what the hell did I do today? I don't really know. Right. So that's the whole point here. Right. Again, power hour, we're going to focus in, we're going to plan it. And then what you're going to do throughout September is you're going to activate it. You're going to have that daily system, that daily routine. A goal without a plan is only a dream. So we can have dreams all day. But if we actually take those dreams and put them on paper or put them down somewhere and start doing things daily that can get us to that dream, uh, that's how it's going to happen. And it will happen. All right. So let's look at August. All right. So if you're depending on when you're watching this, it might be the current month for you. It could be last month if you are watching this in September. But in any case, let's go ahead and review August. All right. So what is your biggest win? So for the month of August, what was your biggest win? This could be professionally, but it could also be personally. It could be a project that you got done that you've been needing to do. What was that win for you? Biggest win of the month. What was it? What was your biggest takeaway for the month? You learned something, guaranteed. What did you learn? You might not even realize you learned something new. But what was it that you learned that stood out to you? And that could be something as simple as, something that you might have learned from a transaction that sort of went sideways, or, a client that you had to kind of overcome a lot of objections. We've got the whole settlement stuff and all that. And I know everybody's tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about it, all the things. I've got a whole separate video on the settlement top 10 questions and answers. Definitely check that out. I will leave it below or link it here. But in any case, what did you learn? All right. So it could have been that. It could have been something else. What was your biggest takeaway? My grandpa used to actually say, if you can learn one thing new a day, by the time you're my age, you'll be all right. And you know what? There's a lot of truth to that. Okay. I love learning. I try to learn something new all the time. I jump on what I call YouTube University, right? And just fill my mind and try to learn something new, right? Within my business or whatever. What marketing worked for you for the month? So what did you get the most like engagement on? If it was a postcard you mailed out, did you get some calls off of that? Was it just straight cold calling and you got some decent, referrals off of that or some traction there? Um, was it door knocking? Like what marketing did you do? Could have been open houses. What did you do that got some traction? Okay. And then for your numbers. So you should easily know how many contracts you had signed and how many closings you did. But here's the big one. The big one is the new leads, the new friends. I don't necessarily love the word lead generating. If you don't know that about me by now, I like to say new friends. How many new friends do I need to go meet today to hit my goals? Right. So that essentially it can be two sides, okay? And don't beat yourself up if it's a big zero, but it's essentially how many people did you meet that you got contact information from that you added in your database? And your database could be something as simple as a paper and a pen or a spreadsheet, or it could be like super fancy with a paid CRM that you pay every month with your broker or whatever that does all this fancy stuff. How many people did you put in there? Okay. Now, for you, it may be 50. You made it 50 or 100 or something like that. The end of the day, really quick, and I'll do a separate video on this, but I do want to touch on this. The numbers and what we do in our real estate business as salespeople that we are, and business owners, it all has to do with numbers. Everything has to do with numbers. So if you're not getting that income goal that you want for yourself or leads that you're looking for, you're just fishing in the wrong pond, essentially. Think of it like this. Think about it like this. If you go fishing, right, and you throw your pole in, it's a numbers game. Okay. And it's about a 10% return on average. You throw your pole out there 10 times, odds are you're going to get one tiny little fish out of those 10 really good cast. Okay. And that could be however you're prospecting online, on the phone, on the door, however you do that. But that's what this business is all about. So if you're not getting your numbers, essentially you're not casting enough time, or you're not being the cast that you send are kind of shaky, they're kind of halfway, you're not really giving it your all. Okay, so work on that. And I know we've got stuff in our market. Okay, I know we've got a little higher rates, right? We got this whole settlement stuff, we got all this stuff, elections. I mean, we're just like double whammies. But I'm here to tell you, closings are happening every single day. And if you need facts on that, you're just going to go look at your MLS and you're going to look at the hot sheets. Take a look at how many went under contract, how many sold, how many are new, how many, whichever, right? So go down the list, look at the last 24 hours. Stuff's happening. Okay. And as fast as, I hate to say it, but as fast as a lot of agents are leaving the business, I mean, it's kind of leveling itself out. Okay. So the opportunity is there. It's just, where are you fishing? Where are you throwing your line? You definitely, in these times and in this market, you definitely want to be going after the motivated. Okay. And there's a whole section of motivated, right? Versus the non-motivated. Okay. So your first time home buyers, this probably is not the best market for them right now. Okay. Motivated is going to be more of your investor clients, more of your downsize clients, or move up clients. Okay, those are going to be more of the target to go after. If you want me to do like a separate thing on the motivated, marketing to the motivated, let me know in the comments. Or if you have other strategies that you want to share on that, definitely add them in the comments, because I love to see kind of what you guys are doing, and how you're getting. I'm going to tell you now, most everything I have right now, listings and under contract, is investors. Okay, they're investors that, they flip and they're selling. Okay, and so I'm helping them on those listings. So that's primarily where I've been sitting. But I worked with investors for a vast majority of my real estate career. So in any case, that's that. But how many new leads did you get last month? If it is a zero, that's okay. We're going to change that. Okay, because you're going to focus in on this strategy for September, and we're going to change that number. All right, because it's very important to get people in that database so that you can continue to provide value to them, follow up, show up, all the things, to be able to convert them. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start looking at September. Okay, let's look at our September focus. So remember, I was talking about like all this noise and all this stuff we've got going on in our world, right? In this digital world we live in. So our September focus is all about engagement. And you know what's the biggest culprit of engagement? This thing, phone, right? It's hard. It's habit forming. We think that, oh gosh, somebody sent me an email, I better check that like right now. But look, when you're prospecting, or when you're prospecting, you're prospecting. When you're doing your follow-ups, you're doing your follow-ups. When you're managing existing clients, you're managing existing clients. You're going to be engaged in those specific buckets. Really look at them like a bucket. Okay. So if I know that my prospecting is going to be for 3 hours a day, if another client calls me, unless the house is on fire, he will wait. He will wait 3 hours. Let me finish my prospecting, and then I'll go help him, you know, um, get his payoff letter to the attorney signed, and get that handled, right? Because that prospecting, that's that money making time. All right. So that's kind of that's really important. All right. Because as real estate agents, we really have to kind of compartmentalize how we're going to do it and when. All right. Um, so with this focus, let me read what we have here. Okay. Staying focused to engage with others, it can be really, really challenging as a business owner, Um, however, focusing on your engagement can be a game changer for your business, 1000%. Whether you're showing properties to clients, commenting on other social media posts, or starting new conversations with other agents in your office, you are adding value to your brand and your business is staying top of mind. So you're gonna literally stand out. Okay. The more conversations you make, the more times, Jan, I love that color top on you. That looks so great. Bob, when do you want to go maybe try to, team up and go do some door knocking, or something like that? Um, the more you stay engaged, the more you're going to strengthen those relationships and get more referrals to close more sales. Period. So it's all about focusing in. And one of my all-time favorite quotes in the world, what you focus on expands. Think about that. That could be your relationship, that could be your work, your money, your business, whatever. If you focus in on it, it's going to expand beyond your wildest dreams. Okay. So, how do we do this? Number one, we could be a good listener, put the phone away. I mean, let's just be honest. Okay. Put the phone away. If it's not phone time and it's family time, right? Or if it's prospecting time, or if it's let me do my follow ups or let me handle my current clients and kind of do that client management stuff, I'm going to be engaged in what it is I'm focusing in on and what I need to be doing during that time. And a little later, we're going to talk about time blocking too. So it'll help you if you need help with that. Okay. You're going to focus, be present in the moment, cut back on trying to multitask. I am so bad at this. I'm trying to do 18 things and then it all ends up being like 50% good. Right. But if I just focus in, get it 100%, it looks good, and then I can move on and focus to the next thing. Okay. Use good time management tools for the most productive day. So a lot of that's going to be a planner, essentially. And so a lot of people use like Calendar, excuse me, Google Calendars. Your broker may have something for you. Maybe I'm sorry, your CRM calendar. For me, I'm more of like I'm kind of an OCD planner. I have a lot of planners. I plan to plan, okay? Probably a little too much. But I love it though. I enjoy it. I like the feel of a paper planner, but then I also really need the digital aspect. So like if I'm on the go, I know like kind of what's up and what's going on. There's two of my favorites. Um, and you'll have to let me know in the comments what you use because I'm always looking for different stuff. I definitely like Trello, and I have used Trello actually for my own CRM, because it allows me to upload pictures, so I can have the little card with the house picture on it, and I could see it, and I'll do my checklist for my clients and all the things through that. I've used it as a planner. Right now, I have been using Artful Agenda, and I really like it. It looks like a paper planner, but it's digital too. So, like, I can be, on my desktop and or making out my grocery list, and then when I go to the grocery store, I've got it on my phone and, but you can add stickers and all this stuff. It's like $40 a year, but, I mean, I don't know if you've priced paper planners lately, they ain't cheap. So $40 a year, it's, totally worth it. I have a referral code, and I will leave it below if you wanna check it out. You get 2 free weeks. Um, if you wanna try Artful Agenda, I'll leave that below for that link so you can check it out, but it's pretty cool. I like it. So in any case, that is that. But being engaged, of course, is having some kind of a time management tool to where you can stay on track. Okay. So now let's talk about the goals for September and setting those goals. All right. So we're going to go over September numbers in just a second, with part of our goal setting for the month. But first, let's talk about the drive. All right. So, first things first, what are you most excited about? And who is your why behind your daily drive? So remember when we talked about your numbers for last month, right? And we were down here and I was telling you about throwing your line out It's a numbers game. That's sales, 101 kind of deal. Throwing your line out, you throw it out 10 times, you're probably going to catch a little baby fish, right? One out of the 10. All right. If you've got good solid cast. So, and that little baby fish could be something that, along the lines of, well, we might be interested in selling next spring. We're thinking about buying a new home, or my Aunt Sue is talking about moving to the area. So we'll just, keep your contact information. That's a baby fish. Okay. That counts. Add that to your database. Right. But now let's shift that. If you know this, right? Because this is facts. If you know that when you try 9 times, you need to go ahead and set that expectation. You're going to be told no 9 times before you get to that 10th baby fish, right? But that's part of the sales process, and that's just rejection, and that's just part of the way it rolls out. Okay. So if you go ahead and tell yourself, and you set that expectation of, okay, I'm going to get shut down 9 times to get my baby fish for the day, you need to have motivation behind those 9 rejections. You already know what's going to happen, right? But we are human, okay? And so, instead of you cold calling and getting the getting cussed out and the phone slammed in your face, you can't give up. You can't say, "Well, I'm done for the day. I'm gonna go just take a nap." Can't do that, right? Because it's expected, right? Look at it as a good thing. I would say, okay, well, I just got 1 rejection. Now I just need 8 more to get my baby fish for the day, right? And what is going to get you through that rejection? These 2 things right here. This is your drive. This is your focus for the month. It's your what you're most excited about. Now, you may say, well, Melissa, I don't have anything I'm excited about. Well, you need to go, you do. All right. But if you really don't have anything after you've thought about it, go create something. So, you know what? If I get 2 new leads, if you got none last month, but you get 2 new leads in your database this month, reward yourself. What are you going to reward yourself with? Okay. And add that in there. Maybe it's a game you want to go to, or a nice restaurant, or a new outfit you want, or, just go splurge on yourself. What is that thing that gets you excited and pumped? So when you get those 9 rejections, it's not that bad. Okay. And you can kind of lick your wound and move on, because you know what's going to happen. That's just part of it. All right. And I'll do a whole separate video on rejection later. And who is your why? So that person, and this could be you. All right. This could be, you could go and do your daily drive and your daily grind for you. Maybe you want to travel half of the year and just, grind out the other half of the year, and just work really, really hard. Maybe you've got some debt that you need to pay off, or maybe you've got, you know, um, maybe it's somebody at your church that you're trying to help financially, a family member, or whatever it is. Who is that for you? Put their name there. And side note, I love my digitals and digital planners and all this kind of stuff, but I do like to write. I think it helps me remember a little better. So, in any case, who is the why behind your daily drive? You want to know that, right? And then, if what are you excited about? What's going to be happening in the month of September that gives you something to look forward to? We should all have something, to kind of look forward to, and it could be something super small. Like, I just got some new pots and pan set, and it was from Walmart. It was the what's that actress's name? Drew Barrymore. They're white and they have like the gold handles. I love them. I was so excited about that. It's just little things, all right, like that. But in any case, let's look at your numbers. So, what do you expect to make for income? And now, how we break our numbers down for real estate, essentially, it's a usually a quarter kind of goal per se. So for example, for the entire quarter of October, November, December, we may say we need to make $20,000. We need to make $10,000, 5,000, whatever it is for you. And then you just kind of break that down monthly. So we're looking at this from a monthly standpoint. So you may already have some stuff pending for closings and all that. But what is the income goal that you're trying to reach for September? Okay. And be realistic about that. If you don't have anything pending right now, it's probably not going to happen for September. So just put a zero there, be realistic. But that means when we go to plan for October, you better have some money in there. Because what if you do have a zero on income right here because you don't have anything pending, you better have a pretty big new leads and database goal. Okay. Because you got to go meet some friends this month. This month is all about prospecting and meeting some friends. Our market, right friends for our market. Again, the motivated. Those are the leads you need to start going and getting in your database. All right, so that we can change that income. Appointments. How many appointments? Again, this is all numbers. So it's typically, you go out, you prospect, you throw your line out. Nine. I'm just using 10 because it's just an easy round number. You throw your line out 10 times, you get a little baby fish, right? You need probably 10 of those baby fish to convert to one appointment. Okay. And then from one appointment out of your 10 baby fish, that would have been what, 100 cast to get 10 baby fish to get you one appointment. From that appointment, you probably need 4 or 5 that will actually convert from appointment to a contract being signed, if that makes sense. So from a lead, going from a lead at an appointment to a contract being signed. All right. So you should be able to kind of backtrack those numbers to see how many lines you need to be throwing out on a monthly basis to hit your goals. All this stuff has to do with numbers. I'm telling you, it's all it is. All right. So that is that. Same with your closings. You should already kind of know what's in your pipeline for closings. If you don't have any, you're going to put a zero there. But then again, your new leads and database needs to be really big if you've got zero here and zero here. Okay. So hopefully that helps. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see. I'm looking at my screen on this side. Okay, so for September, let's look at one thing, one main goal that you need to do. This could be something around your house. This could be something that is, related to your business. Maybe you want to start that YouTube channel, right? But you really want to kind of do a lot of research and kind of get familiar with what you need to do to get it done. This could be that you need to update your database. Maybe you need to kind of go in there and clean some stuff up that you haven't done yet or you haven't done in a while. You need to update some notes and stuff like that. What is the one thing that you really need to take care of for the month of September that you want to get done and get it off of your plate? You've been thinking about it, and it could be cleaning out the garage. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, look, clear mind. When you don't have that, you can really focus and be engaged on your daily activities as a real estate agent. And so whatever that is, let's go ahead and write it out and plan to get it done. All right. So the one thing you want to accomplish this month, it needs to be specific. So what is the one thing? Cleaning the garage, cleaning out your database, I don't know, starting a new social media platform or what is your specific goal there? All right. How can you measure it? So how will you know when this is accomplished? Will you be able to I apologize. Got distracted, right? I need to be engaged. um how will you know when this is accomplished? Well, if you kind of will know because you'll see it done, right? And it's now not in your mind anymore. How will you accomplish it? So what do you need to get done to do it? So if it's cleaning out your garage, maybe you need to go buy a few bins to, kind of put junk in and try to organize it some. If it's, getting familiar with setting up a YouTube channel, maybe it's researching the type of equipment you need to invest in to get that channel off the ground, which you can record video on your cell phone, and it doesn't matter. Relevant. How is this going to help you grow your business? Now, look, this is how I feel about this. Okay. If it is your garage, I think it's going to help your business because now that's out of your mind. You're not stressing over that anymore. Right. So every day you go into the garage and get in your car, you feel good. Like, heck yeah, man, my garage looks fantastic. This is going to be a great day. Right. There's nothing better than like, I don't know, if you wash your car on a weekend and then you get up to go to work on it just makes Monday a whole heck of a lot better because now you got like your car smells all good and it's clean and you're just like, "This is gonna be a great week," right? Or you get all your chores done and stuff. Anyway, side note. Time bound. What date this month will you have this completed? Go ahead and commit to that. Commit to that. Be realistic, but commit to it. So if it's gonna be the 3rd week in September, go ahead and write that in there, and plan according to that, and don't let anything distract you from that time. That is the time you were giving yourself to do this one thing. Um, make sure that, and you let your other people know, "I'm booked this date, this time. I got something going on," right? All right, cool. So that is that. So now let's look at a lead generation strategy. Here's the deal. You need to have 3 different ideas of how you plan to prospect. You can't be 58 places at one time. You just can't. And with all this noise of digital and all this stuff we have, you cannot be everywhere at once. Go ahead and face the fact. I've tried it. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You're tired and then you end up losing all your energy and nothing came of it. So all that labor was for nothing because it wasn't focused on, right? You're spreading yourself too thin. Focus. We're trying to hone in, focus on what strategy we want to try for the month of September. This could be something that you already do every month that it just works for you. By all means, keep doing that. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay. But if you've been trying various things or you've been trying all the things and that ain't working, hone it in. What do you enjoy doing the most? Okay. So maybe you commit to saying, you know what, I am just gonna, maybe you have a YouTube channel and you're like, you know what, I am just gonna post one video every single day for the entire month of September, even if it's a 5-minute video, right? No editing or nothing. You can do that, right? Or maybe it's, I'm just going to get better at social media. I want to get better at the habit of posting once a day. You could do that. Here's the deal. If you want to be challenged on your prospecting, I've given you 3 challenges here. And this all relates to being engaged in our focus of the month, okay? So number 1, and you could pick one of these or you could pick them all, whatever you want to do. But the first option here is make conversations and give your business card to every cashier you meet this month. Every time you go to the store, it doesn't matter if you're in gym clothes, have a pocket of business cards. And every cashier you meet, I have gotten so many close-ins from cashiers. I can't even tell you. I could do a whole nother video on that. Okay. I do that. And I have made probably $100,000 just on talking to a few people at the cash register. I'm telling you, this is free marketing right here. Okay, that works. And it's different. How many times do you think a real estate agent's approached that cash register person or the cashier? Probably none. I don't even think I've ever even had a real estate agent knock on my door before. And I've been in the business 18 years. So, any case, you got to think outside the box. All right. Um, Attend to broke, and let me go back on this. The clients that I got from here, it wasn't them that were buying. It was referrals. Okay. So, it's just making that conversation. I'm telling you, it pays off. Um, Attend 2 brokers events this month and meet 1 new agent friend. Invite them to lunch to strategize. These are challenges. If that's something that you've always wanted to do, challenge yourself to do it. Get it done. Go to a broker event. I know a lot of times, like I'm with Real Brokers, so most of our stuff is all digital. Every once in a blue moon, they'll do like an away event or something like that, but I've never been to one. I probably need to go. But if you're like that and your broker kind of does more virtual stuff, but you're part of like the association or the MLS, your local MLS, they are always, all of them, doing events. Shoot, even your Chamber of Commerce does events. You can go attend one of those, and just show up, try to meet somebody. Every day this month, like and comment on the first 10 social media posts in your feed. Be engaged. So all of these are just all about making those conversations and just kind of, setting that focus for the month of September. But if you don't like those, make your own up over here. But we need to definitely have a focus. Okay. All right, cool. So now let's look at the happenings. We're almost there. We're almost at the end here. We've got a couple things happening. It's not a super, super busy month. We do have Labor Day, football season starts, so first kickoff's on the 5th. First day of fall is on the 22nd. Guys, we're already in fall. I can't even believe it. These are our month colors. Our month quote: "In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity." That is by Albert Einstein. So this is perfect for where we are currently as of recording this, dealing with the NAR settlement, guys. That's a whole historic change right there. Okay. But in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. There's facts about that. So don't be like everybody else and go hide. You want to be on the front end as that expert agent. Talk about it, communicate about it. It's all about educating others. Knowledge is power, right? And so when you have knowledge and understand it yourself, you can educate it and talk about it to other people. And then you shine like the rock star agent that you are. It's easy as that. Okay. There's opportunity. There's a lot of real estate agents hiding right now. Don't hide. Continue to prospect it. Look, again, if you are ever having a bad day or a down day, uh, check your hot sheets and see that activity's happening. So you just need to go get that opportunity, right? And go make your presence known to know that there's stuff out there, right? So again, month changes, we've got fall. Now I have given you a list of like some really cool, like, I love hashtag holidays. There's so much you could do with hashtag holidays as far as being engaged and creating conversations, especially, I've given you all of the hashtag holidays for September. So you can kind of run through these. Let me give you like an example. If you're a guy and you're watching this and you have a beard, you better believe you better be doing something on beard day about your beard, right? Or if you're in a bowling league, these are ways that we as real estate agents, we need to show our personality to our online audience. Postcard mailers, even, whatever, past clients, future leads, it doesn't matter. We can use these hashtag holidays to promote ourselves that reflects our personality. So, for example, if our favorite thing to eat is baby back ribs, you better believe you better be posting about baby back ribs, eating them, because somebody watching you and watching that post, they also love baby back ribs. So now they really like you. And the name of the game on sales is building that know, like, and trust. Right. So that makes them like you a little bit more. You become a little bit more rememberable because now you guys have something in common. There's all different ones in here. So you could come in here and literally just like highlight out what is your thing. Guacamole day. I have a lot of guacamole friends that just love it, and queso and that kind of stuff. I think queso day's on here. Cheeseburger day. There's some really good ones. Police woman day. If your spouse is a police officer, you could, share about that to your client base. Why not add it in your CRM, you know? So that is all there for you. You can always go through here and kind of pick out some stuff that you want to use for social media. Now let's look at our pop by planner and kind of figure out our pop by strategy for the month of September. It's fall time. So let me show you this really quick. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not, volume wise, but let's try it. If not, I'm going to kind of try to talk through it. I think I got to minimize this. Yeah, I do. Okay. Let's see. Look how cute this.
Gift idea for fall. I'm just putting some filler paper in the.
So she's basically filling it with these little jars, right? She put like candy corn at the bottom, the little caramel thing, and then tied a so cute. It's so cute. And that's relatively inexpensive, right? So what I did, and you can click on any of that stuff in the slides here. You can click on that to see the full reel, right? So in the PDF, just click on it. All of these images here are also clickable. So these are affiliate links for the items that are purchased to make that. Okay. And then over here, these are also clickable. Same thing. These are just the image views. But if you wanted to make that, all this stuff is all Amazon. You can click it, add it to your cart, and get it done. These, I just thought these fall bags were super cute. Are those not so adorable? I want to say the ingredients, like this is a 12 pack, for example, to put your little candy corns in or chocolate, whatever you want to put in there. I want to say everything here was running right around like, was it, shoot, I think it was like $6 by the time you figure in the ribbon and all that kind of stuff. So a person or a house. So depending on how many you would want to put in your bag and all of that, that's just an option there. Okay. But I just think they're really, really cute. And a Popeye tag for that could be something along the lines of, you are the core. I've seen this one float around. You are the core of my business because you've got the little apples in there, right? So cute. All right. Here's some more. And these all have to do with so this one's about what's happening with the month. We know fall, right? So these, oops, click the wrong. I didn't mean to do that. I need to go over here. Okay. So these are centered around the hashtag holidays. Let's see. Oops, you know what? I apologize. Let me There we go. Okay. If I try to click off it, I don't know. Anyway, so these are centered more around hashtag holiday. So September 13th is Happy Peanut Day. You could say, I go nuts for your referrals. Play-Doh Day is September 16th. I do not Play-Doh about your real estate needs. Happy National Play-Doh Day. So cute. Okay. September 29th, I run on coffee contracts and your referrals. Happy National Coffee Day. Stop it. That's so cute. Okay. And then, so this is what you could do very simply for $5, right? So like, for example, right here, you want to do, um, peanuts. Like, if you love peanuts, showcase your personality with that. You know what I mean? And go on this. And I picked this Hampton one here simply because I know this brand. And these are 10-ounce bags. You get a 3-pack for $15. So essentially, it's $5 a bag. And 10 ounces is a lot because I did an open house like a week, 2 weeks ago or something like that. And I had peanuts that I gave out, and the people loved them. And it's the same brand, but you can see my hand size with that. Don't look at my nails. My nails need to be done. But you see my hand size with that? And this is 3 ounces. So what you get here for $5 a bag is 10 ounces. That's plenty for a family, right? So you could tie a little ribbon around that with your business card, and your little tag that says, what did we have it say? I go nuts for your referrals, and your business card, boom, done, right? And that'd be just so cute. And it's $5 a house. I mean, that's pretty reasonable. What am I missing here? Oh shoot. I apologize. I don't know how I keep getting out of my full screen. I think when I click on the links, I apologize. But in any case, Play-Doh Day. So this is super, super simple. So like this one, I found all this Play-Doh, and you get 42 packs for $17. I mean, what are they? An ounce a piece. So it's like 40 cents a piece. You can take and do like 3 or 4 packs and like stack them up, right? This is kind of what I was thinking. Stack them up and then put them in one of these little cellophane bags right here, and then tie a cute little bow on it, right? And then I don't Play-Doh about your real estate needs or your referrals or, having you as a client or something, along those lines. Another one, of course, for National Coffee Day, the fall theme Frappuccino. This is like $2, I think. It's $40. You get a 12-pack. What is that? I don't even know. Let's see. But you could tie a little, yeah, it's $3.33. You could tie a little bow on there, a little fall themed bow that's just, hey, happy National Coffee Day, whatever it was we had on here. I run on coffee contracts and your referrals. Drop that at their front door and just keep it short, sweet, to the point. I'm going to tell you now, I have sent Popeyes to my clients from $100 a piece like big fancy nice custom wreaths for Christmas that cost like $100 a piece, and I send those out. And then I've sent little envelopes like paper clips, house shaped paper clips. I got more responses on the dumb stuff, like the little cheap stuff. They just find it funny. It's comical, it's cute, it's brandable. Okay. So you don't have to get super fancy with any of this stuff. Okay. It doesn't necessarily mean you don't have the budget to go do something super fancy. You're just trying to show up and be unique. All right. So all those links are there for you. If you want to click on those, they're all ready to go. So what is your strategy? Look, you may not do pop buys every month. And if you don't stress out about it. Skip in September. That's all you need right in there. Right. Um, and you could also give pop buys. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything physical. It could be something digital. So maybe you go and do, I don't know, a $5 Starbucks gift card, but you email it to them or something like that and just pop it in their email and show up that way. I think the door stuff's more fun. But I have done mailers where I've mailed my pop buys, and when I mail them, I put them in like a really colorful bubble mailer, so it stands out. They know it's something fun, and I call it Happy Mail. But in any case, so what is your pop by going to be this month if you are going to do one? How do you plan to deliver it? Right. So, how do you plan to give it out there? And what are your dates and details? So, what's your budget? What date do you need to shop? Your date you need to put it together, and the date you need to deliver it. Obviously, if you're going to choose, for example, you choose the peanuts. Well, if your delivery date's going to be September 13th or by the 13th, then you need to put them together by the probably the 10th or 11th, right? Which means you need to shop for them like the 5th or the 6th. And then what's your budget for that? You know what I mean? So like backtrack those dates so that you have enough time and you don't end up like running out of time and then you just don't do it. You know what I mean? Because we've all been there. Checklist here. So list who's going to get it or who's going to receive it. The supplies are purchased, your tags designed and printed, pop by, assemble, pop by, delivered. Done. Okay, so all that is right there ready to go for you. Now, if you have my fall 24 access pass, you already have pop by tags in your template pack. So that's already there for you. So you can just kind of pick and choose what it is you want to do if you're doing one this month and your tags are ready to go. Okay, so social system marketing plan. So let's talk about this really quick. There's 5 types of content: educational, fun, value, promotional, personal. That's it. Most real estate agents post promotional. That's just kind of what they do, right? So they post about a new house they got under contract, a new listing, um, about them or their business or a referral or a review. Nothing is wrong with that. That's what we need to do. But you also need to have 4 of those others mixed in there. And it should be sprinkled somewhat evenly, right? So you want to share some value, right, with education. That could be industry news, mortgage rate update, local market update. Something fun and entertaining would be like anything holidays, like these hashtag holidays, events, happenings behind the scenes, a spotlight business. Maybe it's a small business in your area, a funny joke, a quote. Um, Value would be something of a lead magnet or a freebie, newsletter, a monthly newsletter, something like that, a giveaway or a pop by. All that's value. Promotional, of course, new listing closing, client story, a review about you, your business. You're promoting your real estate business there. Most important that a lot of people forget is personal, especially on your business page. Share a little bit about you and your world. And, this is how we build that know, like, trust, right? So if it's family, pets, hobbies, hashtag holidays, like for me, I like to post like something funny every Friday. That's my personality. I like to laugh. I'm not very serious, right? I could run $1 million business and you would never know based on my personality. So, because I keep it light and airy and fun, and that's just me, and that's what I enjoy. I'm not gonna be a chameleon and change that, you know, because I know that your personality attracts your tribe. In any case, you want to have a good mix of this. All right. So, what is your social strategy for the month? What is happening in your clients' lives this month? What's going on with them? If you're targeting um, maybe move up type seller clients, maybe their children started school this month, right? If you are targeting retiree clients, like move down clients, they might be going to Florida. They might, be, how the what is that quote, whatever, they go fly to the south or something like that during the winter, something like that. Anyway, they might be going to vacation, right? Send them a beach towel or something, right? What's happening? Talk about that. All right. What's happening in your life this month? What is your content theme and focus of the month? Well, we know that our business focus is engagement, and we're going to do better at communicating and making those conversations. But what is your content focus? Do you just want to focus solely on the fact that it's fall and there's changes in that? You could definitely do that. There's a little checklist there for you, brainstorming those ideas, writing content for the post. Um, Customizing your Canva graphics, pre-record videos, plan brand photos, design, create newsletter, schedule post newsletter. Okay. All of that is there for you, a little checklist. There's also a tracker there where you can track your whatever your social profile you're on for the month, track those for September the 1st, see what your numbers are. And then if you are printing this and putting it in a little binder, then you'll be able to kind of look month after month to see the changes. Okay. All right. So, last little part, and this is all about our block scheduling. All right. So, here's the deal. This is how I do it. You might be looking at this like, what in the heck is this? Okay. Let me explain it to you. I use block scheduling. That's what I do. And I've got an example here, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. So, for an hour, I'm doing admin. And I've given you a breakdown of what this means for me and an example that you can use. 9 a.m., I'm doing existing client management. 10 to 11, don't mess with me. I am doing my funnel follow up. I'm taking a lunch. You got to take a lunch. You're way more productive if you take a lunch. You can definitely still prospect during your lunch break. And I'll tell you how I do that, because you got to subscribe to the channel though to find out, because it's on a later video coming, but it's a good one. Daily focus 1 to 4. This is my one thing that I'm doing, and that, is my focus of the day, whatever that thing is. Okay. And then my end of day recap. And this kind of gives you an example of what I do during that time blocking schedule. When I'm done, if I'm not done at 1 a.m., responding to social media's happy birthday, working, whatever, at 9 a.m., I move into existing client management. At the end of the day, I can come back and finish up whatever I need at admin, if that makes sense. I'm moving on to the next thing. Now, if it's middle of the day, I get a call, somebody wanting to see a house and it's a client, of course. I mean, that's that's your money making time. You drop what you do and you go do that. But then you know where you left off at and what you need to finish up to get it all done, if that makes sense. Okay. This is a section out of my boot camp. So in any case, it's important, and I when it comes to scheduling and time management and all this stuff, I wanted to give you access to that. Okay, here's a blank one, right? So you can kind of say, okay, draft out what you're gonna do. And I went from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. because you may have kids to pick up at 2 o'clock or something like that. You know what I mean? So whatever that is for you, just kind of block it out and say, okay, this is going to be my focus for this time period. How many hours you're giving yourself. Okay. Now, when we talked about that one thing over here, the daily focus of the day, 1 to 4, it's whatever task you have for that day. So that's going to be over here. So let me give you an example. So every Monday, my one thing for the day, my daily focus is I'm cleaning out my desktop icons, I'm reorganizing my desk drawers, I'm restocking paper in the printer, I'm reordering ink supplies. That's what I'm doing on my one thing on Monday. Tuesday is my social media content day. That's where I'm, you know, getting all my posts scheduled, getting everything, ironed out that needs to be done on social media, and I've got 4 hours to get it done for the month. All right, because this or for the week, because this is weekly. Wednesday and Thursday, that's straight prospecting. Don't mess with me. I'm out there meeting friends, lead generating. That's what I'm doing all day Wednesday, all day Thursday for 4 straight hours. Now, how I'm doing that might be different week by week because it gets boring, right? We got to switch it up. So I might say, well, I'm going to go door knock Riverbend subdivision on Monday. And then, or I'm sorry, on Wednesday, week one, I'm going to go door knock Riverbend. Week two on Wednesday, I'm going to go door knock. I'm trying to think of a neighborhood, Camellia Drive on week two, and that's kind of how you can plan it out that way. Or go back to the planner part where we went through and said, okay, what are your 3 prospecting focuses for the month? Break it down right here because these are the days you're going to do it, whatever day you choose. Now, you still have other stuff to do, right? We still have admin stuff and all this other stuff, but you've got to have a good at least 2 days of prospecting, at least, if not more. You're still making communication because you're doing your funnel follow-up. So you're doing all your follow-ups every day, 2 hours a day. But you need to be lead generating, throwing your poll out there daily if you can, but at least 2 days. So this is where we are. We have pretty much taken care of all of our monthly goals for the month. We've organized our pop buys as far as what we're going to do, set up a game plan with that. We did our social media strategy. We kind of know what we're focusing in on the month here. And the rest are really optional. If you do a monthly newsletter, or if you're doing a lead magnet, setting a schedule, executing a daily plan, these are what is left. Now, if you need a newsletter, I have released the fall 2024 Canva template. It is free for you. So all you have to do is click the little button and you'll get access to that. I also have released the fall 24 season pass. So some of you watching are already a member of that, and I greatly appreciate it. And I'm super excited to have it for you. But in any case, the fall 24 season pass essentially is done for you templates. Okay. And let me show you, I'm going to show you what it sort of looks like so that you have an idea. Okay. So essentially, it's done for you fall templates. Okay. So you've got done Facebook banners, newsletters, happy text posts, fall email, all that's done for you. You get to pick any brand you want. Okay. So all that's there. Of course, you have the monthly power hour session, which is what we're going through now. And then you have every month for the month of September, October, November, December, you have unlocked templates for every type of brand. So, for example, Savannah has been a pretty big one. So let's say, this is to give you an idea of what the templates look like, and you get brand new templates every month throughout the month of fall. So isn't that pretty? It's just so pretty. And we've even got some of the hashtag holidays in here. So for Happy National Coffee Day, you add your social handle in there. I go nuts for your referrals. You add your social handle in there. Play-Doh, all the things, interest rate update, all of that stuff. And this is kind of like a pink green sort of brand here. But if that's not your thing, New York is just that plain black, gold, silver. So you kind of get the idea. You've got printable pop by tags that are all ready to go for you, or you can just go and do the editable ones, but you do have to have a Canva Pro account for that. But that's just what they're going to get this month for pop by tags. And then a done for you content calendar. So the biggest thing with the content calendar is that it essentially has all of your content already laid out for you based off of those social posts. So, and you see how they have a mix of all the value. And basically, it's essentially a layout of what that can look like. Now, if you're like, well, I don't want to post events on the 27th, well, you just move it, and say, I'll post that on the 28th. I'm going to post my daughter's birthday on the 27th, whatever, right? But a chunk of it is done for you. All the captions are done. You simply copy it, paste it, boom, done, all of that. Okay. Now, if you want to get in the so these are the release dates for the rest of the year, but if you want to get in on that, that would be really smart of you to grab that because it's really good. I will leave the link below, and then you can definitely go ahead and grab your pass, and your content will be done for you, Canva template wise, for the rest of the year. Okay, I've given you a couple of empty calendars here, and oh, I skipped my favorite quote: "What you focus on expands." I'm so excited to have had this planning strategy session with you for the month of September. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope that you're able to take all the little nuggets and sort of put them together. It can be a little overwhelming if you're not used to planning, but it's definitely one thing you want to get used to. Okay, as business owners and rock star agents that we are, and all the roles we play and all the things we do to be successful in this business, you got to have a plan. Okay, and so these are some major pointers and how it can kind of help lead and guide you for that. Of course, pick out what you like the most, and tweak it how you would like it. I'll leave the artful link below. I'll leave the fall season 24 pass below, and let me know in the comments any other strategies that you use that might be helpful. I'd love to hear it. And until the next time, let's get out there, let's get it. I'll see you soon.